So we've been working in partnership, as you say, with Swissport and with Heathrow and with John Holland-Kate's team very closely. This is about a next stage in moving travel and opening up the borders. We know that a number of countries are putting in pre-departure requirements. That means you've got to have a test, you've got to be testing negative before boarding a plane and then flying. This facility here makes that very easy for the passenger. They come on to the airport an hour earlier than they would do normally. They test, they get their result, they could board their plane and they can move on with their travels as they would do normally.
This is a political battle because you know way better than I do that the battles that the owners and the CEOs of Heathrow and Gatwick and other airports have had with the government saying, we can do this, we can have a testing regime. So the government's watching you and watching how this works as well. Are you feeling the pressure?
I think we're not feeling the pressure. We've got a team of absolute experts here, medical professionals who really understand what they're doing. We've got the science behind us. We know that testing is something which allows people to go about their business. It keeps economies flowing. It has to be part of our solution over the next 6 to 12 months. So I don't think we're feeling the pressure. We're just very keen to get this live, not just for places like Hong Kong that we're doing today, but more internationally and more broadly, and to start getting bilateral agreements between countries to ensure that cross-border travel is as simple as it can be.
Correct me if I'm wrong, it's 80 quid, 80 pounds, I should say, it's less colloquial, 80 pounds and it takes an hour as well. You're not going to be able to get the big scale up while it's still that price and that long, are you?
So I think where we are at the moment is this is a requirement that we've got, this requirement for certain countries. We're hopeful that as this evolves, we'll start to use antigen tests as well. They're quicker and they're cheaper, but it's a question of this is stage one. So certainly if you're doing a long haul business flight, £80 is not something which is going to deter you. Clearly it does for a quick weekend away to Europe with a family. So there's always going to be different choices. Our key thing is to get the site up and running. Then we continue to evolve the testing that we can do and make sure that it can cater for a broader audience.
David, this is part of the equation, and again, I've started this. I was talking to Stuart Wingate on the tarmac at Gatwick a few weeks ago, as well as hoping to get more EasyJet flights going as well. This is part of the equation. What else needs to be in place for this to work?
So I think that one of the other things that we're exploring is we're working with one of our partners, Common Pass, and that is about making sure that actually you can get a digital passport that also validates when you can travel. So we're working with Common Pass, we're working with the World Economic Forum, we're working with governments to have a standardized approach to ensure that people know when you've had a test from a validated, authenticated laboratory, you're safe to travel. I think that's something which, once we really get cross-border and the same regulation across countries to make sure that we can use standard technology, that will make things really open up.